Hey guys, so today's topic is on bodybuilding. I don't know much about the topic at hand, but I do have a friend that is a bodybuilder. I've seen documentaries on bodybuilding, so this is kind of just what I've gathered from those two sources. Quick little update is about 4 or 5 days ago, my arm actually started eating my microdermal in my arm. As you can see there. But I got it biopsy punched around the top, so it did relieve a lot of pressure, and it was kind of weird for the first few days because it looked like my arm had like a crater around it. But yeah, it's healing fine. It's actually the closest I've ever come to fainting, surprisingly. I've had my flats punched at a 00, and I've had all these other extreme modifications, but apparently this is what almost made me pass out. So that was interesting. So with bodybuilding, I don't know much about it, like I said. I think bodybuilding is something you should definitely think through before you do it. A lot of bodybuilders have experienced down the line or years down the road, experienced muscle pains and back problems, etc. So I do think that it's something you should think about and not just jump into. It's very debated as to whether bodybuilders use steroids just because they are achieving muscular expectations that are not normal. So you can take that as you want. So I don't really hate the idea of steroids. Just like all things, I think that you should be able to use it if you want. In a competition setting, I think that fair is fair. I don't think you should be allowed to use supplements and drugs that are against their guidelines. But who am I to say that a person can't get muscular quickly if they want to, if they already know the risks? One thing to consider, though, is that steroids can cause testicular shrinking, as well as looking worse off than you started, just because a lot of the muscle that you do gain is synthetic. So that is something to consider. Bodybuilding is something that you definitely want to take gradually. Just because you are doing a lot of extreme stuff to your body that your body isn't programmed necessarily to do. So, basically, at the end of the day, just take things slowly. If you're in a competition, don't use steroids. If you do use steroids, I really don't care. Just don't be a dick about it and lie, I guess. And that's basically it. I don't know much about the topic, so I just gave you all the information I basically know. So I love you guys. See ya.